Hi everyone, welcome back to part 2. This is a remake of this beautiful Tree of Life sun catcher with the moon. So this hoop is gold tone and it's 5.5 inches. I will put that in the description box. Also, I'm using 22 gauge wire. That will also be in the description box. I'm using both KC gold and silver. And these wires are 10 each and they're 20 inches long. So let's continue on. I did start without you. Try and save a little bit of time. What you do is you fold your wire in half to connect it to this hoop that I've already laced. And in part 1, I did it in an 8-inch hoop with clear beads. It's not hard to do. You'll see it in part 1. So fold your wire in half and then bring it through your hoop. I'm working in between crystals that I've already outlined my hoop with. Take your ends, bring it through, and then bring it to yourself, to you. Hold on to it so it doesn't slip all over the place. And because I already started, I have to make sure that I can fit all the wires in a way that they look good. I actually think that it looks better with, or it's easier after I do this first, because I like the space in my roots. I'm very particular about my roots. Okay, so now I'll do another one. Let's just fold this wire in half. I'm going to try and make this tree pretty similar, or as similar as I can, to the way I did it in part 1, except this one here will be beautiful. Well, the other one's beautiful too, and I did get it right finally. And I will, well, I have it on the hoop, but when I start working on it, I will put it in the members only. I've not started really working, I just twisted it out. And it came out really nice. I'm very pleased with it. Okay, so let's see. Well, these roots are going to be a little different than what I'm used to, and that's okay, because I did it on the other one too, and I still ended up liking it. We're just going to carry on putting these wires on our hoop. Again, fold it in half, make a loop, bring it through your hoop. I'm going to make this one a little closer, and then bring your ends through, bring this over to you, and tighten up that slip knot and put in your twist. If you haven't seen part 1 of this remake, this will be a fall Tree of Life sun catcher. Again, just fold your wire in half. Insert it into your hoop. Bring both wires through that loop and give it a pull and put in your twists. I will continue adding the rest of my wires, and then I will be back when they're all on my hoop. Now that I have all the wires on my hoop, we're going to twist out the trunk. I've just moved them around so that I like the way they look. I think they look okay like that. I was going to put a zip tie there, but I decided not to. Instead, I'm just going to hold my work right there. I'm going to put in a few twists. I'm not making them real tight like I usually do. I want to keep this one kind of graceful. I will put a bend in this one. I usually put a bend in all of them. That is my trademark. And take a look. Still, we need another one. The roots are big, so we have to keep the tree proportionate to the roots. And that's still, I could go one higher, but I want to keep this open for my branches, and they will come down as well. So I think that's a good start. So now what I want to do, I'd like to make 5 limbs on this tree. We're going to take out 8 for each limb. Gotta make sure you get the ones that want to go. In this case, what I think I'll do is I'll just turn it a little bit so that I don't undo it as I take out my 8. There we go. I'm just going to double check because I'm not sure about that one. Always double check anyway. It's a good habit. I do have 8. So what I'm going to do right off is separate them into 4 and 4. I'd like to take 2 of each color. It doesn't really matter. Why not? If it's not too difficult, I'll do it. And I'm going to put in a twist just to keep the space for this limb. And now we'll do the same. I'm going to take out 8 more. Like that. I'm going to recount them and see if I can again keep them in pairs of silver and gold. Okay. So now that we have 4 and 4, just gonna, they don't all look like they want to go, but we're gonna make them go. Gonna get nice and tight with our original, our beginning twists, just to establish where we want our branches to be. So now we've got 2. Let's get another one. So I'll take 8, but I want 4 and 4. I'm going to try and get 4 and 4. So there's my first 4. Now let's just make sure, and that's right. So again, we're just going to get that set right in there, nice and tight. Well, it doesn't look too bad in the back. I try to get the ones that want to go. It usually works out pretty good. Now let's get our next one. Let me just check the back of this one. Yeah, we're doing good. Looks good. So we're going to take out 4 2 and 2 of each color. It's easier for me if I do it in 4s rather than try and pull all 8. So I've got 4. Now we'll do 4 more, 2 silver, and I am tearing up my fingernails. That's okay. Okay, now we've got 4 and 4 again. I'll just move my work so that I can grasp it. And I'm going to get those ones all twisted in. There we go. Oh, she's looking pretty. Watch out. Alright, this is our last one. Let's start over here. We've got 2. That one doesn't want to go at all. Let me take a look at the back. The back looks good. Let's see. Where's the troublemaker? You know, there's always going to be one. And this one right here, Casey Gold, looks like the troublemaker. We're going to fix that right up. Hopefully that'll fix it. If not, oh well, what are you gonna do? There's always that one. It's okay, it's only one. Okay, there's 4 and 4. Now just want to flip it over again, check the troublemaker out. Make sure before I put in my twist that I don't mind too much. It's alright. Still not quite perfect, but it's a tree. I'm not going to sweat that troublemaker. I've already made a mistake on this tree twice. This one here, I'm going to make it work. Oh, look, there it is. Hope you can see it. The troublemaker. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fix that troublemaker. I'm going to just squish it right in there so that I can continue to twist it out. And that pretty much fixed it. And that's Miss Abby. She's agreeing. Right, Ab? What do you think? What do you think? She's my cheerleader. Yeah, she agrees. Doesn't look too bad. I think it looks good. And now we're ready to twist some more. So we're going to add a little bit more. That was just to establish our lens. So we're going to have 2 on each side. And this one here will be the top one. I would like this tree to be in the middle of my hoop. It doesn't always work that way, but I'm going to try. I think that's good. Now I'll take this set of 4, 2 and 2, and I'm going to twist those together. Just a little bit. Still need room for our crystals. Now this tree of life is going to be all about fall. So if you like the fall trees, I'm going to send you some New England love because this is my favorite. It's my favorite tree to make out of the 4 seasons. I feel like fall is fire, and then, of course, winter is ice. I'm going to put lots of bends in these limbs and in the branches. Bring it to life. This beautiful Tree of Life Suncatcher. Oh, that doesn't want to go. Okay. Here we go. Now I'll take these two. Actually, we're going to switch a partner over. Like that. And now we'll just support your work right there and get those twists in. Looks pretty decent. And now we'll go over to this one. Separate them into 2 and 2. And do a little switcheroo. Now we've got a silver and a gold, which is what I want right there. What I can tell you about this wire, this 22 gauge wire, I would prefer to put the beads on the KC Gold because I find that it's stiffer. So it feels like it's a little bit stronger. As this one here would do better to twist with. Doesn't always work out that way, but I find that is definitely something to consider. At least for me, this is my favorite wire. If I'm not using aluminum, this is the only other wire that I use. And I do find also antique bronze is a very stiff wire, stiffer than the KC Gold, even though it's the same gauge. Okay, look at that. Nice and pretty, and it's not overwhelmingly long. I think that was the problem with Troublemaker Part 1 and Part 2 that failed miserably. Not this one. This one, I'm going to get it right. So I'm just showing you, I am not perfect, guys. I can make a beautiful tree, but I can make a mess. And I think what I did, I twisted it out and it came out very pretty. But I was trying too hard, adding in branches. So I'm not going to do that with this one. Instead, I'm going to just do some clusters, some leaves. My wires aren't that long. If I run into a situation where I think I could use extra, I'll show you how to add extra. If you only put, like for example, 12 wires on your tree instead of like 16, if you only end up with 3 limbs, not 5, or you feel like you need extra bulk at the top of your tree, I'll show you how to do that. And I also did do that, how to bulk up your tree. It's in the playlist. So you can always go there for tips and tricks, and I've broken trees to help you fix your mistake or your little mishap, which I have all the time. I've had 2 yesterday. But this one here, so far, we're doing good. Okay. And we're almost done twisting this baby out. I don't want this to take 5 hours, but we're at the 18-minute mark, and that is good for me. Look at that. It's separated nicely. Can always come back as we're getting ready to bead. Oh, that was my stomach saying hello. For those of you that don't know, my stomach is grouchy. Always. It's a thing. Okay, so I think we will put in just a few more. As we go, we'll add more. I'll be able to tell once I stop beading. But for now, I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? I think it's a pretty tree. So I did make some dangles. I probably should have made a whole bunch more. So let me tell you about these. I'm just going to make some more. I paused you, but I'm just going to continue on making some of these dangles. Let me tell you about these beads. So I used to buy from Dwarm the 6mm beads in all the different colors and so forth and so on. And honestly, Donna found the best deal, and I will put them in the description box. So what I bought, and so that you have your 4 and your 6mm. I like both bicones and the round ones. So they come in a mix, and I don't mind sitting down in the front room for a couple of hours with a long wire and a couple of containers and separating them. I just pick out all the red and then pick out all the orange and whatnot. And I mixed this because, of course, I don't want to have 100 containers, and I can work out of a fall mix. The only thing I have not separated yet, I got them in 4 and 6 by accident. I got 4mm, the little round ones, and my eyesight likes bicones better, but I ordered 2 of them. They're very beautiful, and I will be separating them. And I will be also posting my beads and my wires. I'm going to get all that done for you in a playlist so you will better understand how I roll, especially now that I'm using these new glass crystals, and I love them. Donna found a deal. She really did, and she said she don't mind either. She just separates them, and that's what we use in. And the same with the Claire, the Yope pig. You get like 3,000 for like $8. That's a deal. You know, right now, the cost of our supplies, they've gone up significantly. And I'm just going to go back if I need to, which I really don't need to here. My Lupa does a great job. I just want to close it up a tiny bit more just so that it doesn't fall off my wire, which I don't think it would anyway. Look at how nice that is. That's such a good deal. They don't all need a little, sometimes they just need a little squish. I am not good at making loops, and that tool has helped me so much. It is my savior as far as loops go. So now what I'm going to do, just pull these down. I don't want to get them all mixed up. So we're going to start our first branch. And what I'll do, always, we're working with clusters and leaves. I'm just going to put in a few little twists first. And I'm going to use, let's say, we'll start with an orange. It's fall. I want to find the 2 longer ones. So we'll take that one because it's our first branch. Like that. Oh, that's not orange. That's orange yellow. What happened? Ooh. Here we go. And because we're working with 2 wires, we have to balance it off. So on the back side of this, I will put a red and a yellow. I'm going to slide that down like that. And I'll just put in a few twists. Just enough to hold it in place like that. Now I'll make a leaf of 3. You can use any colors you want. It's a fall tree and it is going to be beautiful no matter what you do. The way I like to do the leaf of 3, slide it down just a smidge, just like to hold it with your thumb, and then take your wire and just bring it right up to where you're going to put your twist. And then I like to hold that one in my other hand. Usually only takes 1 or 2, and it'll close up. If it doesn't, just twist it out a little bit more. There we go. So now we have, let's see, we have our first dangle, we have a leaf, and I think we'll make a little cluster. By cluster I mean a few on each wire. And I like to balance a 4mm with my 6. So if I have a, on this side, I have a 6mm, on the opposite, a 4 would make it really fit nice, but I don't sweat it too much, or at least I try not to. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just find that they fit nicely, see? It just has to be really pretty. And I think that's really pretty, guys. What do you think? That's going to be a fall tree, for sure. So now I want to put in, because I'm going to make some, alright, before we do anything, how about, this is our, oh, look at these two. This right here is going to be our top section. In this tree, I would be very pleased if it was in the middle of my hoop. And if it turns out that it's not, well, that's alright. I just look at it sideways. Okay, now that's in the middle. We don't want too much. I was thinking about going crazy outside of the hoop. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I think I will put in right here a leaf of 3. I was going to put a dangle because it is the first row, but you know what we're going to do? Let's put in some little bends, and then we'll see. Right now we don't have too much room. Let's see if we put in a few bends how much more room we'll get. So what I like to do is put my hand under my work and gently, with my needle nose pliers, just, I like to give it a little twist and a pull. Now that has taken it away from my hoop. You can always do a little bit more too, like these little ones that you twist in between. I love doing the little ones because that really helps, especially on the leaf. If you have a little extra twist, put it in. Now I can put in another dangle. I like that. That works for me. So let's pick up a bicone, and we'll use a yellow one this time. Why not? See, I do have some of the round ones. These ones here I started to pick out, but not all of them, just some. Now to even it off on the opposite side, we started off with a 4mm, so we'll throw a 6mm in there. I know I work sloppy. I've been trying to use the little lids of my containers to tidy up as I work, but because I drop everything, I like to have, oops, see, it just jumps right off. I like to have a lot in front of me so I can just scoop them right back up and carry on. Oh, did it again. Holy moly. Oh, my beads are jumping off and my belly sounds like a marching band. Oh, goodness. Okay, so now Let's put in a few twists. Bring it over to the hoop. I don't want it too high, but I would like it a little bit low. And not that low, maybe like that. And if we have to add anything up here, we'll be able to do it. So I think it's good like that. I don't think I'm going to put leaves outside. I think I'm going to keep it nice and neat. So I'm just going to bring that to my hoop. Bring it up. And because we're using 2, I don't think I really need to go around again. I could just, I'll just go around again. That's usually how I do it anyway. If it gets too thick, then I won't. And then I like to pass it back up and then cross it over. You do not have to do it that way. This is just the way that I've been doing it. Donna doesn't do it this way. A lot of you don't, and that's just fine. But I've been doing this for so long. Where's my empty container? It's empty now. I did just try to hide that from you. I don't know if you saw it. I said it was empty. It's not. Dangles. Let's take them out. Now it's empty. Sorry. And I also like to use tweezers for anybody that's new, because I've been doing this for years with tweezers. That's how I started out. I couldn't invest in a lot of stuff. So, tweezers and a nail clipper. And I just like to push that down. If I can get it smooth like that, it's fine. If not, I do have a pointy pair. And then I'll just go in and just give it a little twirl. Bend those wires down nicely. If I have to. I don't always have to. So now let's do another one. I'm going to put in a few twists. Like that. Do a little bit more. I'd like to pass this big red one and put in a little leaf. I want to get in a pattern of leaf and cluster. It doesn't always work out that way, but we'll see what happens. And I have all my dangles mixed up. See if we can push them over and get rid of this one. I have to say, I love the color of these beads. These crystals are vibrant. And it's a lot less expensive. I do buy them in the case if I need like a particular color. Like for example, I just got these yesterday. These ones here are like an amber color. And I did buy them in the little case. And they're beautiful. But I can't, it's cheaper to buy the big bag than it is to buy the little cases. So I just separate them, but that one there did come from a case. By that I mean a little plastic box. They come kind of like this, but they're 4mm bicones, and they come in a rainbow assortment of colors. There we go. Now hold on to your leaf. I'm still trying to twist with that silver one and bead on the gold one. We'll see how long it takes before I see something really shiny and I lose all track of that. I don't know if I want to do a cluster. I think we'll put a dangle there. You know why? Because we can. And it'll definitely dangle because there's enough room for it. And it's on a low branch. So I'll do some red this time. On the back branch, we'll start off with a 6mm. We'll do an orange and a yellow. Don't have to, I'm not trying to go in any particular color order. I just, as I go, if I think of it, I'll pick up, in, well, like that. Just pick them up. Whatever stays, stays. Then when I have a hard time, sometimes I'll just realize that they have no holes and pick up another handful. Alright, so now I'm going to have to go up a little bit higher with that one. Yeah, that'll work. Could be lower, but you won't see the dangle. Let's put in some twists. Even if you don't see it in the front, it's still there. It'll be in the back. Let's see what we can do. See if we can pull this up a little bit. So just grab on, support it with your finger from behind. Put in a little twist and bend it. Pull it towards you. You don't have to worry so much about breaking it if you're not rough. It's gentle and it just adds such a pretty look. Let me grab that one. Now let's see. I think it looks better with the twist in it. Probably go right there. Okay, now I think we'll put a cluster in there. Now I think we can put a leaf in there. We'll put 3. Bring them together and just twist them on like that. The other thing I want to show you now, this has to go up a little bit high if I want that to really dangle. If not, it's going to go in front of it. That's okay. It's still pretty. But what I wanted to show you is if you end up where you have a big space and you've got the extra wire, you can use that to make a leaf after you've gone around your hoop. Let's see if we need to do that. Excuse me. Well, we don't really need to right here. Sorry guys. I've been sick. And I've had strep throat now for a little bit. So I think we might put a leaf on the other side. I think for right now, we can use a small cluster right here. So what I'll do is I'll pick up a 4 and a 6 and the other wire. I'll pick up a 6 and a 4. And if it's too much, then I'll drop off the 2 on the end. Let's see. It'll bring it nice and close, but I think we'll drop off of these 2 just to see. I want to be able to put my twists in there. Yeah, we're going to leave those off. And then bring it to the hoop. Ooh. That's not good. That was a dangle that went flying. Where are we going to put you? I'm not sure if I like it right there. I'm not going to connect it. I'm just going to go on to the next one. It'll still be there in a minute. Plus I might add a little leaf there. If I connect it now, I'm just taking away my options. So a little less chit-chat. Let's get this going. Put in some twists. right here, I think we'll put in maybe a short dangle. I don't think so. I think we're just going to stick with the small leaf. You can mix them up in color. I just grabbed 3 of the same color. Down here, I mix them up. I don't want my tree to look like it has a pattern, only because it's fall. I want it to just look like fall. There we go. Now we'll add a couple of twists. I'm still trying to twist with that silver wire because it's a little bit softer. I think right here we'll put in a dangle. So I'll pick up something. Pick up an orange. Oops. You don't have to use the same color on either side. I just happen to be doing that. I don't know why. If it's there, I pick it up. Slide them on. And now, because I have a 4mm bicone there, I'll put a 6 over here. Or you can put 3 4mm. You just do you. Tree will tell you what to do. And then if it doesn't fit right when you go to twist, the tree will tell you. I just find that it just fits really well together. So I'll put in a few twists. Like that. Oh, I just cleaned up a little bit. It's getting awful hot in here. My beads are getting cloudy. My hands are hot. Hot stuff. I do have the air conditioner. If I put that on, you won't be able to hear me at all. I do have a small fan. Let's see if I can put that on. Hopefully that's not too loud. I just put in a couple of twists there. Always twist with the longest wire in mine. Right now is silver, which is good. Let's bring this to the hoop. See what we're going to put. I think we're going to put a leaf, maybe. Let's see. We have a leaf, but we definitely need another one. So you know what I think we'll do? We're going to just put that one aside. And now we're going to take this one that we didn't connect yet, see where we're going to put it. Maybe we'll put it right there. Put it up a little bit. Keep it there. I do like it down. So I think what I'll do, I'll bring it to my hoop right there. If I go higher, I'll have that dangle show a little bit more. I'm not that worried about that. It'll show in the back. I'm going to go around. And now, I will cross over beneath the hoop above this set of 2 little bicones. And I'm going to bring this over. Now, because I have this nice long one, I'm going to take the gold one and bring it over and just push it down under out of my way for now. then I'll bring it up and pass it over again. So on this one, I'm just going to push. I didn't have enough to make, to twist it out, but that's okay. We'll put in a little leaf. Or you could put in a big leaf. And that's with just the wire that I would have cut off. So I'm just going to slide them down like that. It's a little tricky to show. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Now I'm just going to bring it up and hold it right up against my hoop and just put those twists in like this. It can be tricky, but you can do it. And it's with wire that I was going to cut off, but I decided not to cut it yet because I might need something there, and I did. So there we go. Now I'm going to just take that and pass it down like that, like I ordinarily would do. You can even cut it on the other side if you want. Just get nice and close. And clip off your wires. I'm going to come in with my tweezers now. Oh, they're going flying. Yeah. It is right there. So I will just push those two down. Get in with my tweezers and give it a little push. And feel. And then, I don't like straight wires, just give it a little bend. There you go. Now that kind of brought in a little bit of spice to that space, right? So now let's just carry on. Now we can see what we're going to do. You see? Now we can bring this over. I can put a cluster here, and I don't have a big gap right there. That works for me. I will put them on the gold. I do need to twist that again. Like that. It doesn't have to be a big cluster. Just something small, we'll see. If I can't do it with 4, I'll do it with 2. I'll go to the second wire. I don't even know what colors I picked up. Well, there we go. Now let's see. Bring it to the hoop. I think right there is a good spot for that. This is the problem when you make a mess. It's hard for you to see, but it does fit nicely right there. So I'm just going to bring it to my hoop, pass it over, bring it up. Because there's 2, I don't have to go over twice. If I can, I will. I'm going to bring that down, and I'm not going to cut it yet in case I need this long silver wire. So I'm just going to push that out of my way. And now we're on the last section, or the last branch for this section, and we're at 48 minutes. A little more. So right here, I'm going to start off with, I think I'll put a leaf. I want to pass that cluster with a leaf. I have to get into a pattern. I have not accomplished that yet. Let's see. I'm going to twist it a little bit more. Yeah. I was thinking about buying some gemstones like amethyst or something and doing another Tree of Life sun catcher, but right now I am on a crystal, I don't know, it's like, that's where I'm at right now. I don't feel like working with the gemstones, though they're beautiful. Right now I want my sun catcher to be all crystals. And sometimes I incorporate both, but for the time being, I think we're just going to stick with this for my sun catcher. Now, let's just give that a little push over. Now what are we going to do? Let's put, I think if I put in a cluster, it needs another leaf right there. It really does. So I think that's what we'll do. Oh, I just dropped the bead. That notification sound on my phone just made me jump. Oh. I think after 1 hour, we'll put this down. I'll continue on and just make it another part. That didn't end up where I wanted it, but that's okay. Just throw some more. Oops, hold on to that, because if you don't, you might break it. I think we're gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do. Let me think about that for a minute. Okay, we're gonna backtrack. We're gonna, the silver one that I didn't cut off, let's bring those two up. We'll take the gold one and just push it over the top right there. Thing is, when you lace these on ahead of time, you can't slide them out of your way. So for me to do that, I'm going to have to go from behind and snatch it up and cross it. That's okay, I'll do it with my tweezers. I think I'll put a leaf right there. This is what I mean. Like, there's so many ways. If you have a space, you could either, if you don't clip your wire off, I'll show you. So right now, I've got 2 leaves together. Do I want to put another leaf right there? I really don't, but it would look right. But I'm trying to establish some kind of pattern. So I'll make it with this one. So I'm just going to slide them down. That's wire I was going to cut off anyway, right? So why not use it? Just put in your twists. It's not hard, it's not fancy, it's just filling in a space. You know, so many times I say, I wish I had put something there. There are other ways to do it as well. I have connected a wire to a leaf. I've gone through a bead to make, you do whatever you have to do. And this has to be twisted a little bit more. Just have to hold on to that while you twist it. And now, because that's kind of long, I'm just going to go in and just give it a little bend. That's all. And now I'll just take this end, after I make my leaf, just going to wrap it over my hoop, bring it up. Now I've got both of them. I don't know if you can see those two right there. I'm going to try and poke them down after I get that bead out of my tweezers. Just going to poke them down. Ordinarily, there wouldn't be a bead there, so I could slide my bead up. But because I did it this way with the first part, I decided just to follow it through. And do it again on this hoop. I made it a little bit, it's not hard, it's just a little tricky. Just gonna push push that down. I did have to pause it because I couldn't pass this little one down, but I got it down. I'm just going to cross it over. I'm going to clip it off. And the shorter little gold one is right behind it. And I'll get in there with my tweezers. I don't know if you can see that. There it is right there. Just going to bend that down and come back in. The tweezers, the pointy ones. Here's the gold one. And I'm going to just turn that down. See, now it's gone. That's the back side. Let's check out the front. That was a little tricky. I mean, I had to pause it only because I couldn't show you while I was trying to do it. But it worked out. We got rid of it. So let's carry on. See, now this little leaf filled in that space for me. So what I can do now, because I can push that up if I want, push that one down. I think I'm just going to make a cluster. Let's see if we can start following not so much a pattern, but I don't like to have to use the back wire to make a fill-in, but it is a good option. And I don't think I want to put a dangle there because it might not dangle. We're going to put a cluster. And I think I will put it on the silver wire because I'm gonna, oh, that would be for a leaf. I think we can use it on the short wire. We'll start off with the 5mm. No, not a 5, it's a 6. Fours and sixes. Not clear today. You know, it's funny because usually on a fall tree, I don't mind to have clear in it. It just kind of gives it like a look of space, like in between the leaves. I don't feel like it today. I don't know why. Now I'll twist with the silver wire because it is longer. I'm just going to slide those down. Get nice and tight in there. All my hands are a mess. I'm going to bring that right to my hoop like that. That works out really well. It kind of wants to go right over that yellow. Well, maybe I will, instead of going above it. It kind of does look better there. So I'm just going to put one on the left of it and one on the right. We'll bring them from the back together and come up. Pass them down. There's one. And here's the other one. I'll grab them from the back. Turn it over. Most of you who don't know, I do not like to work with short wires. I really don't. But these are at least long enough where I can catch them easily. I would rather have extra wire and than to not be able to use my fingers. I'm just going to pass them down and then I'll cut them on this side. I usually cut them in the front, but maybe, let's see. I like to cut them in the front and then just poke them down. So let's see. It'll work. I still have enough wire to do that. I'll just clip those two right there. There they are. You can see those two little wires. Now I'll just poke them down with my tweezers. These are the flat tip. If I have a big enough space, I don't have to go in with the pointy ones. And there we have it. Exactly 1 hour and 7 seconds, and we have finished that section of our tree. And I will call that enough for right now. I'm gonna carry right into the next section, and we'll call that part 3.